Welcome back to another YouTube Tuesday. My name is Derek, and today we're going to be watching a bunch of short clips from a channel that I really enjoy watching, and that channel is iDoctor UK. They're almost at 250,000 subscribers, so they're definitely doing something right. Let's get into the video.
Sunday morning I woke up with a serious hangover and a seriously broken Apple Watch. Fast forward to Monday morning, the fog's cleared from my head and I figured I need to fix this shit. I start off by removing the shards of broken glass around the frame of the watch so I can lift the screen away and disconnect the cables from the back. Once that's away, I use some acetone to clean up the frame and use some really thin cheese wire to separate the broken glass from the working display. With that removed, we just need to clean it up with acetone and drop it into an alignment jig where I put way too much local adhesive on there and cure it with the UV lamp. Once it's cured and reassembled, I apply waterproof gasket adhesive and stick it in the clamps for a couple of hours. And once it's had long enough to cure, I just give it a quick clean and stick it straight back on my wrist, ready to break it again next weekend.
Now typically when the glass cracks on a Series 2, you're going to lose touch. That'll also be the case on a Series 3. So a whole digitizer replacement is needed. And on this one, it looks like the Force Touch gasket was either removed or wasn't replaced, as it looked like it was just bare frame. When using Loka on a screen like this, 3 to 4 solid drops is all that's required. So he was definitely right when he said he used too much Loka, but otherwise everything that he did was correct. One of the most common things that came into my repair shops was charge port issues. And most of the time when it was an iPhone, it was pocket lint. And it's one of those things that might be controversial whether or not you charge money for the repair or not. An argument can be made either way, so let's see how he goes about it.
Right, how can I help, bud?
Phone's not charging.
No problem at all. Let's have a look at it for you. So I'm going to guess that it's full of shit, mate. I can clean it out for you. It'll probably take me just a couple of minutes to sort that. Is that all right?
Yes.
Wicked. Give me 2 minutes. Take a seat. I'll be right back.
You guys really seem to like these charging port videos, and I'm not lying when I say that this is our most common fault that we get in store. And realistically, it's such a good earner that we just can't turn it down, even though we know that you could do it with a toothpick at home. With that in mind, and do hear me out here, if we get 20 of these in a day, and I'll just charge a £5, how am I going to pay the lecky bill and afford to go on holiday every other week? Don't get me wrong, I do love seeing customers happy with a working phone, but I love me being happy more. So we like to think that we charge a fair price for this repair, because ultimately, that's how you build a solid business.
Right, that's all charging good now, mate. All cleaned out for you. And that'll just be £500, please, bud.
Cheers, mate.
Now I'm not sure what 500 pounds equates to in USD, but I'm assuming that he was being sarcastic. And it's definitely one of those repairs where you can build a good relationship with somebody. If they come in and you're able to show them that although for them it was a very big inconvenience for them not to have their phone, for you to be able to quickly turn around and resolve it and not charge them for it, it might build I could see it definitely building a strong relationship so that they know that anytime that they or one of their friends or family have an issue with the device, that you could be trusted. So it's one of those things where if it is that easy, you might as well not charge them. You might get a good review out of it, or you might just get great word of mouth. One other issue that I see frequently is charge ports on iPads not working. And most of the time, it's an actual port issue and not just a lint issue. Might also be that the charge port broke off in there and things like that. So we've got a couple more clips to take a look at, so stick with me.
My iPad's dead. It won't charge up. But I'm in the middle of a book. I don't know the end of it.
What is it you're reading?
Oh, it's a historical novel.
It'll probably be ready tomorrow. Is that okay? Is that not quick enough?
I thought you were going to say read.
But yeah, I'll get that done for you. I'll give you a call as soon as it's ready. It'll probably be tomorrow afternoon, evening. The charging port on this iPad is actually soldered on the bottom of the logic board, which means that we have to remove the whole motherboard. We melt the solder what's holding it in place so that we can pull away the charging port, and then we just replace it with a fresh one, making sure that all the pins are pinned down properly, and there's plenty of good solder on there. The battery on this one was also a bloated state and it had not been stuck down very well from the previous repairer, so I'll replace that at the same time too. After that, it's just a simple case of putting everything back together and getting it ready to return to the customer.
I was just calling to let you know that your iPad that you dropped in yesterday is ready to collect now. I've finished your book as well, so I know how that ends. Would you like me to let you know now?
All right. A charge port repair is one of those things where you kind of need a little bit of knowledge on how to do it. You need the tools like a soldering iron, some good flux and extra solder, and patience and time. Taking the motherboard out of some of the iPads can be very tedious and time consuming, on top of the fact that you have to open up the screen without breaking it. And also batteries sometimes are a pain to get out, but it makes it look easy in the video. And it's obviously one of those things where you don't want to rush it, so giving the customer a day, not bad. You could probably have it done same day if you really wanted to, but things go wrong. So probably the right call. Let me know in the comments below if you would have quoted them the same day or a day or more. Looks like we're going under a microscope at an ear speaker that's dirty. Cleaning it with a toothbrush and alcohol. And if you haven't done something like this before, you can actually use the speaker itself to kind of create an ultrasonic wave. You can clean the mesh while it's vibrating so that it really pushes everything out of there instead of falling inside. Because one of the things that can happen when you're cleaning it is all of that junk, debris, earwax, whatever it is, can actually just go cake on the inside of the mesh, and there's really no way to get to it unless you take the phone apart, pop off the ear speaker, and clean it from the inside out. So if you haven't done this, which I'm assuming a lot of you haven't cleaned the ear speaker while using sound, I highly recommend it. Well, that wraps up today's videos. I highly recommend subscribing to iDoctor UK if you haven't already. They put out great content. He's got an interesting business strategy with the way that he does discounts and the way that he interacts with his customers and the way that he gains business by making these types of videos. And it might give you an idea of what you can do to start advertising in your area. Thanks a ton for watching. We'll see you in the next video.